Decorating cake. Man, I'll tell you what, it's been 30 plus years since I've decorated one of these bad boys, done really much of anything outside of eating one of these, let alone decorating it. So I was gifted this cake decorating kit so that I could show you how it works. Maybe. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to take this round cake here that I baked and I'm going to cut it in half. So basically I'll have 2 round cakes when I'm done. Now this device here is ostensibly designed to do just that by basically taking it and running it across the cake like this. Now I have never used one of these. I don't know if this thing works or if it's just going to make a mess of my cake, but we're going to give it a try. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. So now we have 2 cake halves, so we can make a, what do you call that, a layer cake. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in this box too. So I'm going to get this stuff out of the box. I'm going to get the cake up on the turntable, and then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to set this aside for now. Got some combs, got some spatulas, got some scrapers, got an egg separator, got some cake, or excuse me, some piping bags, some piping tips, some fondant scissors, some little decorative stamps, measuring spoons, Mondo tips and bag, a whole bunch of piping tips here, including a couple of rose tips, and then the table itself. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Now, like I said, it's been like 35 years since I've done this. And the last time I did this was in front of a chef named Chef Roland Ilg. And he was a sergeant in the Swiss Army, and then he was a sergeant in the U.S. Army. And he would talk with a German accent all the time. And I hated Roland Ilg at the time. After school, I got to be really good friends with him, and I had nothing but tremendous respect for him. He was a fantastic chef, really good at what he did, and all he wanted to do was teach us kids. So that's my little sidetrack for now. Okay, so I'm going to take my offset spatula, my regular spatula, scraper, and let's see. We'll use these 2 combs here, and I've got some store-bought frosting here. So I'm going to start, I'm going to set these, separate these. Now typically you would sprinkle some simple syrup on this to give it some moisture. The outside of it is a little bit dry. I let it sit for a couple of days. The inside of it is actually really pretty moist. Simple syrup just gives it some moisture and keeps the frosting from absorbing all the moisture out of the cake and drying it out. So when you first do this, you're not slathering on a whole bunch of frosting. You're just putting on a very light skim coat. And what that does is you skim it, and then you kind of let it sit for a little bit, and then you can put a heavier coat over the top of that. And that kind of, it's like a primer paint when you're painting a car. It gives you something to attach everything else to. So let's see how well this stuff spreads here. When you spin this table, you don't want to turn the cake, you want to turn the table. And the reason you want to turn the table and not the cake is because if you hit the cake just wrong, it's going to go flying off the table. Then you got a big mess. And I am doing a horrible, horrible job here. This cake is just flaking up on me real bad. So hopefully we'll be able to spread the frosting on the outside of it a little bit better. So hopefully I have enough. It's just waking up. It's a little bit dry. So, all right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this on top like that. I'm going to use this spatula here for this. And again, we're just going to put a very thin coat of frosting on this. And the first time I did this with Chef Roland, man, he was just all over me because I wasn't paying attention in class, and I was putting a big old thick slather of frosting on a cake. And he was not afraid to tell you when you were doing something wrong. Let's put it that way. Don't be afraid to get it on the cake or on the turntable too. No big deal there. Typically, I would have this cake on some parchment, but I was in a little bit of a rush and I kind of spaced it. So excuse me, I've got a very close friend who is the executive pastry chef at one of the resorts in Reno. I might have to share this with her so that she can critique me, because she'll let me know when I'm doing wrong. Love her dearly. Very good friend. Her and I went through cooking school together. We worked together after school. And she's just a wonderful gal. Okay, so I've got that first part done. I got this little skim coat on here. And you let that sit kind of, I don't want to say get a little crust on it, but get a little crust on it. And then once it does that, then you can put your heavy coat of frosting over the top of it. You can comb it. You can texture it if you want. You can make it flat if you want. That's what these are used for. And that is how you give it the edges around the sides of the cake. That's how you flatten it out real nice and smoothly up on top. So in the essence of time, I'm just going to go ahead and start frosting this bad boy. Kayleen, I hope I'm making you proud here, sister. Other than not making this from scratch. All right, let's use a small comb. Not pretty. Functional, but not pretty. Like I said, I haven't done this in 30 some years, so I'd say I'm doing all right. All right. Now, if you wanted to pipe something, let's see here. How do you open these things up? All right. Oh, front one. Then we'll get, let's see here. All right, we'll use one of these guys here. Maybe. All right. Just drop this guy down inside the bag like this. You just want the tip sticking out of the bag like that. And then my dog thinks he's going to get some of this. Fold the bag open like this, and then just scoop a little bit of the frosting down onto here. And this frosting is looking pretty sad here. Let's clean this up. Yeah. Squeeze the frosting down to the tip. You didn't see that. So, there you go. Love. Not bad for my first time in 30-some years. There you have it, guys. Cake decorating kit. Go out and have some fun. Make some cakes. We'll catch you later. Till then, cheers, y'all.
Hey, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you'd like to see more videos, the link to my Amazon storefront is down in the descriptions, and I'd love it if you'd take a little walk over there. Check it out. Have yourselves a fantastic day. We'll catch you later. Cheers, y'all.